Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging. Well, coming at you with thoughts of the day. This is all the lighter I can get the lights on permanently. I'm doing a video because Betty Bates was worried because I haven't done a video in a while, and so I'm doing a video. How many times can I say video? I'm outside. The area behind me is covered up with a tarp because of we were getting some wind and stuff, so I'm sitting in an area where I normally don't sit, but Thomas is over there. I came out to visit for a little bit, even though it's raining and quite cold. And now he just arrives and gets under the umbrella and wedges in and just lounges for a little bit. I even reached up and gave him some food, I'm sure. Next he'll be lounging in a hammock or something. Hold. Okay, I think that lighting's a little bit better. At any rate, I'm just dropping in to say hello. I'm actually doing some painting. I'm in an apron, and my painting apron, and I'm having a seg. Because I mentioned this before, but Amy at Now and Again has a daughter named not Natalie. Her actual name is Lillian. I always think it's Natalie, so, not Natalie, get it? And those little baby food jars that I paint? Lillian recommended that we try to do something like that on the candles where because she pours her own candles in the candle room at Now and Again. So she whipped me some jars the other day, and just so I could experiment or whatever. So I thought I better do that because I am going in tomorrow. I'm going to pause with this traffic. I've been bloviating and I forgot to hit resume. I think I left off where I said we're going to celebrate cloudy sunshine on Sunday, and what I'm going to do is, just kind of work from the game that we used last year. I'll just talk above the road noise. So cloudy, if you're watching this, happy, I believe it's October 16th. I think that's tomorrow, but I'm not sure. Is it tomorrow or is it today? Happy October 16th birthday, whenever it may be. I know it's on October 16th, but you know what I'm saying. Do I know what I'm saying? So I'll do that and just kind of jazz things up a bit. Plus, people aren't going to remember what happened last year. I mean, most of us can't remember what I just said right now, including me. So, let's see. I have the deadline for the paper. I really don't have much to report. I listened to some of these shows, like Richie Allen and stuff. The man with whom I have a love-hate relationship. Been kind of loving him lately. But it just kills me that people think these costumes are like guaranteed safety or something. I'm flabbergasted. I can barely formulate a sentence. I really can't. It's just, they really rely on those things, and it's plain ridiculous. People are getting into fights and whatnot. Like if you go into the supermarket, and it's not even the owner of the supermarket saying anything, it's other people getting on others big time for not slapping something across their face. It's unreal, ladies and gentlemen, totally unreal. Speaking of which, I did some factivism today. I left some brochures about that very thing and the concerns about healthy people using those at the Lakeside Stop and Go on the east side. I'm going to just go ahead and say it because she's been, really instrumental in terms of giving me some information, first of all, and second of all, allowing me to put literature over there. Thank you very much, Kim of Lakeside Stop and Go. Like, for example, when this first happened, I printed out a, God, I guess I did have more to report. I printed out like a PDF, it was quite thick, from cvpandemicinvestigation.com. Andrew Johnson across the pond started it, and it's still there right now. And he's updated it, and he published me over there with my term paper column that I mentioned back in the day. Thomas is here. I'm going to pause. I don't think I can get us both in there. I'll try. Remind me to come back to what I was saying, would you? I can't get him in the frame, ladies and gentlemen. He's eating cheese. God love. You can probably hear him chewing. It's so cute. You'll hear the wind chime go off here in a minute. Let's look. You just can't see him at all. My flashlight's underneath the tarp or else I'd chow. Okay, so at any rate, I printed those out and, delivered them around and stuff. And when I went in there, She already told me that she wasn't enforcing that because she was in the Army, I believe, and she worked at some sort of place, like some sort of, I don't want to say a university, evidently, where they studied a lot of stuff. And one of the things, oh God, here comes something really loud. One of the things they studied, evidently, was the size of the V, or AV, in relation to various costumes, and how it just would whip right through, and it was absolutely insane to even do this. I know a lot of people just can't believe, they can't believe that something this big would just be based on male bovine excrement. It's really hard to fathom, I understand that. But I think some famous person, not sure who, said something along the lines of, the bigger the lie, the more people will accept it, or I forget. I honestly do forget the quote, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, she's just pretty knowledgeable and upbeat, and has been really good during this thing. In fact, because the main store here in town, they're very much, how can I put this delicately, militant concerning the costume. She started ordering cottage cheese and things from a particular company. It's Turner Cottage Cheese, ladies and gentlemen. I highly recommend it, but I think it's just Pennsylvania. I believe it's local. I could be wrong. So she orders me some things like that, and, you know, I go there instead of other places. Had to change our lifestyle over the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Boy, I'm really bloviating. I guess I did have a lot to report. And, you know, that just is sort of playing in the background today as I'm doing stuff. And one lady was on Richie Allen, and she was just talking about how unreal it was to be accosted at the airport, and she has an exemption. They don't care about exemptions or anything. It's just, I'm speechless, if you can imagine that. I think that's all. Here's the video that Buddy Bates requested. I'm going to go fuss over Thomas for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to finish up this jar activity. And I don't think I'm going to move along to the U.S. Navy thing or whatever. I wish I could move the phone, like click a button and it turns to the other way, but I can't do it. It cannot be done, ladies and gentlemen. Only on Hangouts if I'm talking to someone. So, all right, that's it. Oh, my little league of chogs over there. Thank you for tuning in to this cold, damp edition of Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Join me, join others, including Thomas in a tree. Drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. Remember, war is a racket. Don't take my word for it. Check out General Smedley Butler and what he had to say. By the way, I got a new wardrobe the other day from Salval. That's what Patty calls it. Yeah, totally cheap. You know what I mean? It's a secondhand store. And I was working part-time there when, I'm kidding, I was going to burst into a Prince song, but I'm not going to do it. And then I gave some other clothes, like whenever I get something, I give stuff away. I gave it to my friend Sally in Albion. Drove up there yesterday to retrieve a small roll-top desk in which I can store work items because, you know, newspapers galore. I'm getting sick of seeing them everywhere in my work folder, and I didn't really have a home for them. And now I do, and it can be hidden. And we did some bartering, totally, like spaghetti squash and, you know, this, that, and the other thing. So it was very nice. It was lovely. I lived for that woman. I didn't visit long because it was kind of in between. You know, I was working for the paper, and I took a break and went up there. It's like 50, what's 26 and 26? 52 miles round trip. So there you have it. I'm done. Goodbye. Live for you.